The amount of pressure on the next Battlefield game is becoming almost unreal. The amount of resources, staff, and investment into a franchise that has one foot in the grave while EA's portfolio collapses around it has made Battlefield the last of a dying breed. As a game that used to be a dime a dozen alongside its peers like Medal of Honor, Battlefront, and Titanfall is now the last of its kind within the EA portfolio. As we now stand, Battlefield represents the last of EA's great franchises as Need for Speed goes on ice, Medal of Honor fades into memory, and even Apex Legends shows its age while only their few sports franchises uphold what used to be an industry mainstay across every genre. And while I admire EA's willingness to double down on a franchise they nearly killed, as the company moves to lay off hundreds of devs, reportedly cancel what could have been Titanfall 3, and once again move around their development resources, the stakes are only getting higher. But guys, drop a like, hit subscribe, and let's talk about why the next Battlefield isn't just make or break for the franchise, but becoming make or break for one of gaming's largest publishers with a whole new level of pressure as EA lays off hundreds of staff. At the time of recording, EA is actively cutting 300 employees, including 100 devs at legendary developer Respawn Entertainment, the studio behind Titanfall and Apex Legends, two of EA's biggest successes whether it be critically or financially. As I speak, EA is actively cannibalizing its last remaining all-star studio off the heels of Apex Legends' slow decline in the live service market and potentially killing off Titanfall 3. So with their last remaining live service shooter in Apex Legends, as well as its devs now on the chopping block, there's only one game left to fill the gap: Battlefield. The very franchise they've treated so poorly is now becoming their only hope, almost like crawling back to their ex, trying to make up for years of abuse while promising the world with well over 1,000 developers, 4 world-class studios, and new senior staff from competitors like Call of Duty, just to have a hope in hell they can revive one of gaming's once great juggernauts. And to be fair, with these layoffs across EA and Respawn, reports seem to indicate that some developers are indeed being moved to bolster the already massive effort behind the next Battlefield, where EA has already dug themselves such a massive hole that the whole situation is a masterclass of mismanagement. After years of canceling franchises, closing studios, firing talent, and cannibalizing their own properties, they're finally about to sleep in the bed they've spent so little effort making for themselves. Don't get me wrong, the next Battlefield is looking great according to the leaks, but EA is putting every single egg they have into Battlefield's basket, and whether the game is great or not, they're years deep into a project that's taking up several studios, hundreds or thousands of staff, and probably hundreds of millions of dollars. The next Battlefield might be the biggest video gaming gamble of the decade, up there with Anthem, and we're still nowhere close to launch. Even if the game is phenomenal, EA may simply be in too deep. Perhaps we do get the biggest and best Battlefield ever, but at this rate it's hard to see how even one great juggernaut of a game could save EA from decades of mismanagement and portfolio cannibalization. But guys, drop those comments below and tell me if you think Battlefield will ever be able to live up to the hype set by the fans or by the financial needs of EA. For everything else Battlefield, stay tuned and subscribe, and as always, thank you guys for watching.